What are you doing? Oh, I'm painting late night. Every once in a while, I'll wake up in the middle of the night and just start painting. Because why not? I got nothing else to do. I'm retired. What are you doing at 4 in the morning? I am painting. Punching some white in. I love being able to punch some white in. It's nice when you can basically wake up and do whatever you want to do whenever you want to do it, however you want to do it. I'd mentioned before one of my favorite painters, his name was Jean-Michel Basquiat. Jean-Michel was born in Brooklyn. He's from Brooklyn. He was born in the 60s, I believe. He came to prominence in the 80s. He was he's actually part of the 27 Club, believe it or not. He was inspired by by Andy Warhol, who I'm not a big fan of. I actually went to the Andy Warhol Museum in Pittsburgh. It was underwhelming for me. I literally went to the Andy Warhol Museum just so I'd see if I could go see if they had any Jean Michel paintings. So, um, unfortunately, like many people in the 27 Club, he had an addiction to heroin. And eventually, what happened was the addiction killed him. Just like addictions will do. Because one of his last paintings he ever made, you should Google this painting, is called Riding with Death, which is one of my favorite paintings of his. I mean, it doesn't mess around. It's a crazy looking painting. It's like a brown. He's usually really colorful, this painting, but this one was not colorful. It was like brown and dark. It was like grayish. And you could really tell that he was struggling with something. And he had an interesting life to begin with. He was Haitian and he dated Madonna. He was also in a band called Grey. And it's funny, he called his band Grey. And one of his most influential books that he ever read was called Grey's Anatomy, which is like a book of human skulls and of bones, and it just kind of had somebody drawing the bones, and that's kind of how he got. If you look at his actual paintings of his skulls, you could see that he kind of copied the Grey's Anatomy, some of the skulls in the Grey's Anatomy book for his skull. Kind of like he would make his skull paintings kind of on an angle, and also Warhol did some skull stuff too. But he was known for, in particular his his Grey's Anatomy stuff. But If you just Google Jean-Michel Basquiat, you will you'll see some of his work. And it's when you look at my work, it doesn't look like his work, but I like his use of colors, and I love how bright his stuff was, and yeah, it looks exactly how I like. It's something that I would hang in my place. And one of the things I've been whether if I've been writing or if I've been playing music, I like to I like to I like to paint the type of paintings I would hang on my wall. I like to write the kind of books I would read. I like to play the kind of music I would listen to. You know what I mean? I'm very specific on that. So, Jean-Michel is, if I could own any artist in the world, it would be Jean-Michel, or probably Jean-Michel or Picasso. If I could own Caravaggio's David, I would like to own that as well. Look at this. Can you see how is this painting coming along? That's the thing too. One thing with the painting. So I will. One thing I do when I'm painting is I like to stare. I'll stare at the painting for hours and hours on end. So I like to leave it out in the living room, and I will literally just stare at the painting and stare and stare and stare. And I don't know why. I'm mesmerized by the painting. And then once I'm ready, then I'm like, okay, I think I know what I'm gonna do. It's really weird. Then then it doesn't matter what time it is at night. It doesn't matter if it's 4 in the morning. It doesn't matter if it's 2 in the afternoon or whatever the case may be. Whenever I feel like it's time to go, it's go time. So I woke up. I was sleeping at the bed at a decent hour, and I woke up and I was gonna have myself a glass of water, and then I just look at the painting, and now here I am painting. And this is kind of how I do it. I love being able to kind of do whenever I want to do it. Usually, back when I was really like, I'm gonna be painting more and more, so I'll probably start having more than one I like to have more than one painting at a time because, as the painting's drying, I like to work on another painting and another painting. But it's just I've been so busy, and I haven't painted in a while because I've been trying to sell my place, and that hasn't really worked. So it's nice to be painting again. It feels good, and just little by little, you can start seeing me building up this painting. And I like to build layers upon layers upon layers upon layers, and I like to do like a couple different styles. I like the red, I like the white, I like the black, and then then I'll bring a little bit more of the yellow. I'll punch it up, I'll punch it up, I'll punch it up. But you can really see, as I'm doing this, it doesn't start as much. And then it just starts to grow and grow and grow, and it starts to really kind of tell me exactly what I need to be doing. Let's see here. Well, take a look at this. Well, maybe I'm not done yet. Do a little bit more drip. All right, let's take a look. Really starting to come in. Looking really good. Coming along nicely. Thanks for sticking around with me on this. I'm going to keep these videos coming. I know that I'm not saying much, but whatever, it is what it is. I'm Matt Ross. I'm the Gnome Wolf.